still see worms. Have you seen a worm in a while? Like an earthworm?
Yes, but not a lot. But I see.
I haven't seen an earthworm. Are all the little garden bugs just dying away?
You know what it might be? I feel
Global
like
warming.
Well,
inflation.
Inflation.
the damn president.
There used to be roly polies everywhere. And he took over. Now there's no more roly polies.
They just couldn't afford to stay here. This vibe, man.
It's like a Naruto.
Maybe we just need to make a new intro.
Like rap.
And put this to it.
Maybe we can do that.
Can we
Or we
be
completely
samurais?
abandon that intro and just go straight to this.
Can we be samurais in it? Because that's what I feel like I'm a
Samurais.
samurai montage.
I'm not the one that's going to
Backflips.
crush your dreams and tell you can't be something.
Is it me? Am I the bad guy?
That'd be fire.
No.
Am I the what is it?
No,
Am
we'll
I
talk.
the
Am I the
problem?
villain? Okay, all right.
I'm having ideas in my head. We'll talk.
Yeah,
We'll talk.
here we go.
All right, we'll start. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeet.
Fuck.
No yeet.
I don't know why that got me.
No yeet.
All right. Welcome to the Whoever Knows podcast, part of the Brew Bros Network, also part of the Being Known Network as a sister network, brother network, whatever you want to call it.
Ooh.
I am Patty V. We got Dave Rainey. We got Aaron Poole. Who knows where this thing's going to go? I'm sure we each have topics in our head. Thank you for joining us. I do not want a sweet tart. You know, we're going to kick this thing off, actually. We did this once before.
I wish it was home before I put a treat pouch in my mouth.
Aha, gotcha, bitch. He's just swallowing.
It's channeling my inner bird.
Okay. Larry Bird?
Maybe.
Great bird.
What are the greatest
Sue bird.
birds?
What are the greatest birds?
Sue bird.
If you had to pick like the number
Big
one
bird.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's middle finger.
Those are good. I was thinking
Free
like,
bird.
Oh, wow.
Not after last night. It's not.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Canada beat the U.S.
Oh, see, I didn't watch. I'm not a hockey guy.
I
try
think
to
a lot
be.
more of the world became a hockey guys after last night.
It's like that with any USA Olympic sport, anything. It's like, I'm not a patriot at all. And then all of a sudden it's like, they're playing, USA's playing who and what? Free bird, baby. You know, it's just like people become instant. I'm the same way with soccer. I don't watch soccer, but if USA is playing the Olympics, I'm all in.
I enjoy soccer, though. I don't know. It's just different.
When they would score a goal, they played free bird.
Oh,
Was the whole
electric.
thing.
you might have got me.
Yeah.
I should have turned it on.
Yeah.
How many goals did we score?
I don't remember.
We
Two.
lost.
Less to
Two.
Canada.
Now I'm all of a sudden upset. You told me they played Freebird and something unlocked in me. And I'm like,
See, it's
Hold on.
It's that patriotism.
all right. Anyways, we got the Dusty Biscuit. How do we feel about the name?
Sounds like what my grandma would call my grandpa or something. That's like a diss. Yo, Dusty Biscuit. That's where my head went. So
That's so sweet.
Okay.
I
you're
just
such
love-
a Dusty Biscuit. Where does your head go?
Like just like that.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Truthfully, now all I can think about is beignets because you already described it.
Yeah, I told these guys before we started. So found a beer. I was walking around Rouse's. I don't even drink a lot of beer. I think you guys see me every time I drink beer is on this podcast.
Blame us.
No, it's not you guys. It's just me. Also, this little eye is like a Disney swoopy eye. Swoop.
It's the font.
It's definitely
The Disney
it's
font.
definitely the Disney font. I see it.
The dusty. What you got a thought?
Well, who's the guy on the back that's important enough to be on this Dusty Biscuit?
That's Dusty.
Is that Dusty?
Must be Dusty.
Or is he
What's
Biscuit?
His name is. I can't see it. Tips. Trey Smith.
Wow.
What a name. Anyways, he's from Texas, so I'm not as excited. But it's called the Dusty Biscuit. I seen it in Rouse's. It's a beignet-inspired beer. So I said, you know what? Beignet-inspired beer. Sometimes we do beer sampling on this podcast. So we're going to do it.
7% alcohol.
7%, yeah.
I don't know what to expect here. As you know, I like to experiment with my beers, and I'm generally pretty good about guessing whether I'm going to like something or not ahead of time.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel like one that I think I'm going to enjoy. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because it's beignets from Texas or what.
Is it Trey on there?
I don't know what to expect. Like, I don't know if it's just going to be sweet.
I don't know if you can see Trey right here. It's pretty zoomed in on my face, so hopefully you get a good shot of that.
The last beer we tried that I was like, I don't think I'm going to enjoy this was that sports drink one.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Shout out to them, but
Season 1, episode whatever.
yeah, I didn't love that.
It was
one.
a blue, it literally looked like Powerade, Aaron, and like tasted
Not like
awful.
Powerade?
No.
Well, Powerade's okay. It's
was-
definitely inferior to Gatorade. Gatorade's pumped with sugar too, but
10K was the best.
Yeah.
No, it was literally like imagine drinking like a what's the kids drink with electrolytes in it?
oh, Pedialyte.
Pedialyte. It was like drinking Pedialyte with like beer mixed in it. It was awful. Anyways,
Yeah.
let me pass these around. You
Yeah,
keep talking.
I'm
While we're
imagining
doing
this is just going to be like I don't know. I really have no idea what to
7%
expect.
kind of gets me. I'm going to be honest.
I
with you.
do kind of like calling beignets dusty biscuits. That's kind of
I
funny.
do like that. Yeah. Interesting.
That is pretty good.
Inspired beer.
Martin House.
You shouldn't drink this while pregnant. I just want you to know that.
That's good to know. Brewed and canned by Martin House Brewing Company of Fort Worth, Texas. Dallas. It's a Dallas beer, y'all. How are we feeling now?
It says beignet bartender on here.
Would you feel better going into this if it was made by Louisiana in Louisiana?
Yes, but I don't know why. Just because.
Maybe,
if
maybe
it's got
Trey
New Orleans
Smith.
on the front of
Maybe
it.
Trey Smith is from there. All I know is the picture of these beignets do not have enough
Sugar.
on there.
Yeah, that's true.
No, beignets not from Cafe Du Monde tend to have a lot less sugar. I've
Yeah.
found.
Dusty biscuit. Sounds like an old
Give it the
saloon.
smell test.
Come on down to Dusty Biscuit. What we got? The
I don't even
latest.
know
and
what
greatest.
kind of beer it is. That's what I was trying to figure out. Beignet inspired beer. Most of the time, beer will say it's a lager, it's a this,
Yeah.
it's a that. What the?
Just give it the smell test. I just
It
want everybody to know.
smells. I mean, it's not off.
Not great. I'll be honest. I don't
I
think.
don't think it smells bad.
I mean, it smells like beer. Beer does not smell good. I'll be honest with you. Oh god. Oh man, Dave's face told it all.
So what happened was I put it to my lips and I took an accidental sip.
Whoa, whoa! What am I drinking? What? I don't want to give it away.
You know what? It almost tastes like a really flat soda.
It tastes like beignet sugar, a little bit. It's got a hint of vanilla.
Well, here's the thing. I like beignet sugar, and I don't like this. So I disagree. Like I don't. It's not the worst thing I've ever tasted. It's
Yeah.
not. But like I would never buy it again.
Yeah, this is weird.
How do they like? What
It's
do you determine? How do you pump beignet flavor into a drink?
I don't know, man. How do you make cologne?
It's just like the jelly beans.
yeah.
We want a barf flavored jelly bean. How do you just determine what barf tastes like? Because I tell you what, it's spot on. In the jelly beans, it feels like just
oh man.
vomit in the back of your throat.
At least it was cold.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say. But I
He's
just
honest about not knowing what he was going to say.
like I want to give him credit. This is a unique beer. I've never had anything else that even tastes relatively like this.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it tastes like.
It tastes like when you get like a whiskey and Coke, and you leave it on the counter, and it melts, and then it gets really watered down. That's kind of what I'm.
Yeah. Because it's got a hint of sweetness.
Right. It's like, oh, something is sweet from the Coke that's been sitting in there with the whiskey, but then you're like, oh, there was alcohol in this at one point.
It definitely feels like it has a hint of vanilla, like you said. It's the aftertaste I don't like. The initial sip is fine. The aftertaste
It's exactly what it tastes like now that I said that. It's like a watered down whiskey and Coke.
I don't taste that. I don't know.
All right. Well,
I keep drinking it. It's.
Would you like to
especially-
drink two?
Do you want two of them? There's an extra one.
Well,
Actually,
No, you could just have this
just
one.
have yours.
7%.
He's got to drive home.
Yeah.
Oh man. What are we talking about tonight? Listen, since we've started this podcast this way, we changed up our
Give me one of those. Sorry.
we changed up our recording for anybody who can't tell. And we use our phones.
Taste.
And I have all my stuff on my phone. Topics that I want to talk about. I have like 50 of them on there right now, and I don't remember them. They're just there. So eventually they'll come out. But what do y'all have?
Well, we haven't kind of been back here since the Super Bowl, and we kind of briefed it last time. How do we feel about the Super Bowl commercials? Because to me, it started off pretty hot and did not get any better.
I don't remember any of them. So
I
that
didn't-
should tell you.
Yeah.
I remember the seal one, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
That was literally like the first after the first break of possession, it was the seal one. It was the Stitch one where he's like doing the Marshawn Lynch
I
where
like
he's driving the
Stitch.
field.
The Stitch was cool.
And then I think it was like the Crazy Grannies one. It started kind of hot. And then just none of them. I don't know if it was a mix of the game being kind of but I don't know. I feel like Super Bowl commercials used to hit so much harder than what it does now. None of them are really funny. And maybe it's like people are afraid to be kind of edgy. They had the mayonnaise one where the lady like basically, had a great time at the table, and Sydney Sweeney was like, "I'll have what she's having." That was kind of like a R-rated type commercial, but
I think that's the only one I remember. That one and the Stitch one.
Yeah.
I felt bad because you started asking. I was like, I'm going to kill his topic because I don't remember.
but that's my
any of
point
these.
though. It's I don't know what happened to it. That used to be you have people that don't even like football that tune in they used to tune in just for the Super Bowl commercials that may still do
in the halftime show.
Pretty forgettable Super Bowl all around.
Yeah,
I think, I'm gonna be honest.
Pretty busty.
Leading up to it, City did great. Game was terrible.
Yeah.
Halftime show was a mixed bag.
Mm-hmm.
Commercials suck. The highlight of it was the pregame thing they did with Southern and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Trombone shouty.
Can we get somebody else other than Harry Connick Jr. to start?
What's wrong with Harry Connick Jr.?
I just want a new face of New Orleans, I think.
Somebody got to step up.
Well, yeah.
Did y'all see Wayne's performance at SNL? Did we think that there was a good choice of?
Did not.
After seeing him perform, it was like we see why he didn't really get the halftime show.
Well, I mean, I've seen Wayne live enough to know that it was not going to be good. Even like a super produced halftime show, he's not going to. His voice doesn't carry over to a live performance. It's like a weird. I don't know.
I'll tell you this: when the Block is Hot hit on SmackDown, with The Rock coming out, caught me off guard. First of all, but I knew the song immediately, and I was like, "Oh boy, what is this?"
Mm-hmm.
I do love me some Wayne.
Yeah, no, I also love me some Wayne, but Wayne live was not great. The only fun time I've ever had at a Wayne concert was his first Louisiana Fest, but it was like full of surprises, and he kept bringing people out, so it was more like the moment rather than him, like his performances. Like it was when Drake had just dropped back to back like 3 days beforehand. So it was fresh and everybody was loving it. And Wayne was being the hype man with him doing that. Nikki was there while she was dating Meek. It was great. It was a whole moment.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah. It was fun.
What an interesting.
We were on on the railing. It was a blast.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've had fun at Wayne concerts, but it's not.
Well, the SNL one was basically what he would have done at the Super Bowl because he was going through what we thought Kendrick would kind of do, going through his like hits by like decade, but I don't know, like we talked about before, he just doesn't sound great like he used to sound, but
ain't what it used to be.
Ain't what it used to be.
Speaking of,
oh, yeah, go ahead.
This is related, I swear.
No, is there?
Have you seen Bonnie Blue, the porn star is pregnant?
Yeah.
I butchered my words there, but yeah.
You saw the best part was Maury quote tweeted and said, "I want no part of this."
I did see that. You know what made me bring this up?
Man.
I have a fan of the pod, family friend, right? That just suggested that we talk about some things related to this. And the next question is the reason I brought that up. Could you date a porn star?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think for me, it's an emphatic no. It's
I think we've had the conversation. I could do I think I could date somebody who has like an OnlyFans.
Oh, we have had this conversation, huh?
But that's completely different.
What if it
Completely
was
like I'm talking? You got an OnlyFans, and it's not like you got guys coming in to do different content with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where I draw the line. If I'm her, I'm turning it into a game show. We invite everybody back to a mansion, and we eliminate you week by week.
Yeah.
Then we turn it. Listen, you might as well make content out of it. Either that or option B is you just accept that Dad's not going to be around.
Yeah,
like that's like
Dad's probably not going to be around anyway.
Yeah,
and I hate to assume that because maybe it's I don't know any of the details. Maybe it's somebody she actually has a relationship with, and like who knows. I don't know.
Yeah,
I do like the game show idea, like a deal or no deal type thing.
I'm telling you, I think that there's some people would watch that.
Yeah,
100% people would watch that.
She picks a guy and he opens the briefcase and it's like not the father. No, they just eliminated.
Oh,
It's like dang.
Or we line them up like we do a life size Guess Who board game, and she just starts giving out qualities of the dad, and you got to knock your piece down if you don't fit the qualities, and then we get down to the last guy.
That's kind of good too.
But what's crazy is
Creative brain I got here.
she's in a relationship.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's
So it's like, how does the guy feel? I mean, obviously, he doesn't care if he's, letting her sleep with 1,000 people.
which is wild. Which is why I asked that first question.
I saw the best quote tweet that I saw to that. It was the Jon Snow where he's holding the sword with all, and it was like her birth control fighting all the all the income and stuff. But I don't know. I don't think I could either. Now, the only thing that I would maybe dabble in if it's like one of the no faces type thing, and it's like they don't really know who it is, so it's kind of like a secret type of thing.
I know. I'm also confused. I was just gonna let him keep talking. And
Yeah, I
hope
don't
that
know what
caught
you
on.
mean by that.
Well,
You mean like
people have told me, I don't know from experience at all, but there's certain videos on certain sites that they just never show the person's face.
so nobody would know, like your
Right.
family wouldn't know.
Right.
It'd be kind of weird though if you walked in and your dad was like, "Oh, hey, you."
Yeah,
I recognize you.
I recognize you from the shoulder down.
Yeah,
I've
Yeah.
heard about those documentaries actually.
interesting.
So those maybe,
It's not the fact that
But
people
it-
know. For
yeah.
me.
But that would add so much more to it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, yeah, it is what it is. But then if like they know who it is, you're just like,
Yeah.
to me, there's more to it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, it's a no. Like like I said, it's maybe somebody with an OnlyFans, but like you treat me to dinner a few times a week, I could be convinced, I guess. But
Dinner. That's where they get you.
dinner. Listen, if I don't have to be the most of the, I guess the successful OnlyFans people make 3 times as much money as I do. So if you could spoil me, hey.
Make it more than that. I've seen some of those girls
Yeah.
talking, making like multi-millions.
But also for everyone that is making multi-millions, there's probably 100 that make nothing and
For
they're just
sure.
doing this for no reason.
yeah.
I have seen on my Facebook a couple times, like people we went to school with will just all of a sudden start posting like in their Facebook stories, like a link to an OnlyFans. And I'm like, oh,
You.
for it showing up on Facebook is weird.
Yeah.
Like,
We know you.
Yeah.
I don't like, maybe their Facebook isn't full of their family, but mine is. So if I just started posting that one day, it'd be extremely awkward.
Marketing.
Do you think they care?
I guess not.
Like if you're doing OnlyFans, I don't think you care if your family knows.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like I don't know the thought process that goes into starting one. So
Yeah, I've always wondered that.
it is
Genuinely,
It is just weird to see somebody just all of a sudden one day out of the blue, like, hey, I have a link. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm. That happened to somebody when we were somebody we knew as a freshman in college, and then once we all graduated, all of a sudden she followed me on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, what is she up to?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, well that's what she's up to." And I was like, profile pic was very, very out there, and it had the links, and I was like, "Okay, well,
Yeah. I had a friend whose
No,
high
thanks.
school girlfriend did the same thing.
Yeah.
Like when we got out of high school, she was OnlyFans didn't even exist yet, but she was like a cam girl and like did all this other stuff. It was like, oh, okay.
good for you, I guess."
Yeah, good for them. I don't judge.
They make money.
Mhm.
I guess
I
sex
don't
work is
judge.
work, they say. I don't judge. I'm not allowed to judge. It's not in my book.
I don't judge.
Well, it is in my book, but I
Mm.
can't do it. There's one. One does it. You love how I followed up a porn OnlyFans combo with Bible talk?
Yeah, you
I
love to see
guess.
it.
You're welcome.
I was seeing how it related to the Super Bowl.
It didn't at all.
You had
I did
an
that on
Aaron
purpose.
correlation.
Yeah.
I like that.
I did that on purpose. I'm trying to think of all the topics I had. There was another one if you just want to make a rash jump and nobody's got anything.
I was just going to talk about real quick how stupid Eagles fans are, going back to the Super Bowl thing, for trashing their entire city.
Yeah.
Like tearing down poles, robbing vendor trucks, and taking all the stuff out.
Yeah.
God forbid they lost.
I told you that's why I didn't want them to win.
Yeah.
That's right. They didn't do
Why
it here.
Tear
That's all
the
that matters.
city down. I don't.
That ain't my city. Do what you want to do.
Dumbest thing.
It is stupid. Just don't do it here.
We won. Let's destroy the city.
What you gonna do?
I just had I had one random thought. That was
Speaking of titties,
What?
Hooters is declaring bankruptcy.
Oh, I did see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's depressing.
$18
But that does-
for
does-
10 wings. Who
Does that
knew?
mean that doesn't mean they're closing necessarily?
Red Lobster
Right.
filed for bankruptcy and they came back. They got rid of the endless shrimp, but
Maybe it's just because we only have that one on the North Shore, but I feel like that Hooters is always busy.
I've never been there. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know.
It
I
was
haven't been to
weird when it
Hooters in a
first
long time.
opened because it was kind of the situation where it was like a lot of the people we went to high school with
yeah.
were Hooters girls, and it was weird.
Mm.
Um,
My wife. fun
I
fact.
genuinely enjoy Hooters food.
Yeah.
Like I don't
It's okay.
like if I just want to go hang out and have a beer and some decent wings, like
Yeah.
it's solid.
I think I stopped going to Hooters because my wife hated it. And I don't know if she hated it because of the Hooters girls or because she says the food's bad. I thought the food was okay.
It's fine.
I like the overall.
Yeah,
Listen, it doesn't have to be at Hooters. It could be anywhere. Hooters has a really cool ambiance. People are going to hear that and be like, oh, yeah, okay. But genuinely, like just having a couple beers and having some wings. Like I can remember when I lived in Orlando, like that's where we would go on game days. We would just watch football and have some beers. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the nostalgia of that. I didn't give a crap who was serving us.
Yeah.
Mm.
Especially when you get older, like you don't give a shit really, like who's serving you.
No.
Like you're going there, as long as the waitress doesn't make my experience worse,
Right.
I'm cool.
She better draw hard on my receipt then.
Yeah.
And an owl.
In and out.
Right.
I don't know. Are men not old men aren't horny enough? I guess
I don't
keep
know.
Hooters in
Maybe, man.
business.
I don't know.
There's the internet now.
If
so
Hooters
that might
can't
be
make
half
it.
of
It's a dying business.
We just talked about OnlyFans and now Hooters. I mean, I feel like there might be a correlation here.
I don't know. But Hooters will bounce back. Maybe, maybe not. The one in Lafayette closed, and they're declaring bankruptcy now.
Mm-hmm.
Can't make those businesses anymore. I don't know.
Twin Peaks is still kicking.
Is it?
I mean, it exists.
I never liked Twin Peaks.
I
I'll
never
be
liked Twin
honest.
Peaks either.
Wasn't a fan.
I didn't like the food at Twin Peaks.
I didn't either. Wasn't for me.
I've had Twin Peaks like twice. The one time we had it in Vegas, and that was about it.
Yeah. You know who really stole the vibe or the, like for me, like all the appeal of Hooters just kind of transitioned over into walk-ons.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, well, if we're choosing, I'm taking walk-ons.
Like, yeah, it's the sports bar vibe,
Mhm.
but the food, I think the food at Walk-Ons is much better than
Yes,
Hooters.
for sure.
Or at least there's more of a variety.
Mm.
Like Walk-Ons has wings, but I don't think their wings are as good as Hooters wings.
No,
But they have much more to choose from.
right. Well, their food's not really great, if we're being honest.
They got
But
this.
it's okay.
They got this Jack Daniel chicken sandwich thing that's fire.
Yeah.
But I've also had some stuff in there where I'm like, all right, this is just like a generic.
Got some Cajun diddlers, some mozzie logs.
There you go.
You don't get the pasta. The pasta is nothing special.
Yeah.
I found that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I could see that. It's walk-ons.
So like also you could just go to Chimes. It's kind of the same thing.
See, until I moved over here, Chimes didn't exist in my world.
Yeah.
Well, it did, but only when I would come over here.
Like
and I'd be
if we were trying to find somewhere to be like, hey, let's go grab some food and a drink, I'm going to Chimes.
The problem with that is every other person in this area also thinks that way. Chimes' parking lot is bigger than a Walmart, and it's always full.
Always.
Always. It's insane.
It's good, man.
It's like a Wednesday night, and they're like, yeah, there's an hour wait. And I'm like, what
And the food is not comparable to a Walk-Ons or
no.
a
It's
Hooters.
solid. It's pretty
Yeah.
good. You can get oysters. You can get like, not that, a lot of people go, I assume a lot of people go there for oysters. You can't get them a lot of places.
And
But can you see a girl with their boobies out?
Probably. Actually.
probably, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a lot of it's a lot of young waitresses there too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And there's no dress code. So they basically I assume there's no dress code because they're not in
I feel like they wear like the band t-shirts a lot. Like,
Yeah.
well, but that's kind of
they're like hippies.
that's like the
little
style.
hipsters.
Yeah.
Kind of like when the Mellow Mushroom was around here more, they always wore like hippie outfits
Mm-hmm.
because that was just the vibe of the restaurant.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like Mellow Mushroom like t-shirts. It was just, hey, dress as a hippie today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get
Shout out Mellow
stoned before
Mushroom.
your shift.
Mellow mushroom. Dave's
All
golden
right.
goose.
I love Mellow Mushroom.
Dave loves him some mushroom,
I do.
especially the mellow kind.
I had one random thought.
What you
And
got?
I was gonna like leave it as a voice message for y'all to listen to if I didn't come today.
Good for you.
It fits right in line with the topics we talked
Yeah.
about.
I paused. You saw it.
I did.
What happened to roly polies?
I
What's-
don't know.
I haven't seen a roly poly in 10 years.
I took another sip of the beer and remembered.
Yeah. I haven't seen a
I did the
roly
same.
poly in a solid 10 years.
Yeah, man. Is it because you're just older now? Is it like tricks? Like when you get older, you just can't see them?
Yeah, you can't-
Maybe that's what it is. Because I was gonna say like I'm outside a lot. I'm in the garden a lot. You know what I mean?
Outside.
Like,
outside.
I am in the vicinity of where a roly poly would, could, and should be.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not could, should, would be there.
Yeah.
So what happened to them? Like, they just...
They rolled away.
They polied out.
Yeah.
Still see worms? Have you seen a worm in a while? Like an earthworm?
Yes. But not a lot, but I see.
Like, I haven't seen an earthworm. Are all the little garden bugs just dying away?
You know what it might be? I feel
Global
like,
warming.
well,
Inflation.
Inflation.
the damn president.
There used to be roly polies everywhere. And he took over. Now there's no more roly polies.
They just couldn't afford to stay here.
Do you think my pest control kills them all?
That's actually what I was going to say. Everybody's got pest control now.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
We all live in these new
animal.
neighborhoods where
Yeah.
You fucking animal.
we all over here, at least on the North Shore, we all live in these new neighborhoods where everything's been built new, and you got pest people that come out and spray. And I got a guy that comes once a month because spiders. Ugh.
I miss roly polies.
Yeah. Did you ever collect them as a child?
No, but one time as a kid, I used to wait for the bus in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they used to have these things called newspapers that would get delivered to you.
Mm-hmm.
I would take the newspaper bag, and one morning I really wanted to catch some love bugs and like have them for when I got home from school. So I caught them all in the newspaper bag and tied it shut, left it outside the house. I came home and they were all dead.
You suffocated a bunch of
Murdered.
animals.
I was in like second grade.
Murdered.
Animal.
I didn't know what was going to happen.
You know, those are tendencies of a psychopath. Serial
I
killer.
never claimed to not be.
People start with animals. Killing bugs.
Love bugs.
I hung a lizard from a tree once.
Whoa. You want to talk more about
Yeah,
your abuse of animals?
No, PETA. No,
Jeez,
It's horrible.
should I be concerned?
maybe.
He's going to snap. He's going to hear the Chris Benoit theme, and
Whoa,
that's it.
too far.
I didn't know that we could go too far. We've talked about a lot of things tonight. We've talked about them very calmly, too.
Yeah.
Just some really off-the-wall shit.
That's how my brother, it was like probably 5 or 6 years ago, he won a goldfish at the fair, and one of those ones that they put in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So he went home and he was expecting, he's like, tomorrow I'll go out and get a fish bowl. I'll keep this goldfish.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he decides he's just going to fill up the bathtub, put the goldfish in there. He goes off to work, comes back. Guess what, buddy? That bathtub, that stopper wasn't on. All that water's drained. That fish is bye-bye.
Wow.
So a little goldfish lasted about a day, and he had to give it the down the toilet.
I'm just imagining me as the little girl from Finding Nemo shaking
With
the
the bag.
goldfish.
Fishy. Fishy.
I thought you were going to tell me the goldfish went down the drain at
That
first.
would've-
Because in my head, I was like, he's swimming out to sea.
Yeah, that's what you would tell somebody, but unfortunately,
Poor Goldie.
poor Goldie.
I'm
sure that's not the worst thing that's happened on the goldfish at the fair.
I have another story about an animal dying. It doesn't have to do with me though.
Shocker there.
I
once
when I was a
punched a
kid,
kangaroo in the face.
one of the guys I used to play baseball with as a kid, he had a little sister, like maybe 5 years younger than us. They had a guinea pig that got out in the rain,
Mm-hmm.
and she wanted to dry him off, so she went and put him in the dryer.
Yikes.
That was the last time they saw said guinea pig.
Jesus. How old was this child?
She's probably like 5 or 6.
This poor child.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was
man.
trying. She really was trying to be a good pet owner.
This poor child.
Yeah.
My daughter's 5. I'm just picturing her having a pet and being like,
Oh,
oh, it's
and your-
wet. Let me dry it off.
Your daughter is very self sufficient too. She will.
She will.
Your dog might get hot one day and she'll stick them in the freezer.
No, that won't happen. She ain't helping them dogs. Just trust me.
So yeah,
She kicked one of our dogs today. It was in her way.
we've talked about porn and death. What else we got?
I don't know. What else do we want to talk about? I got a Disney topic. You want to switch to this?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I feel like all this just goes together. Porn, death, Disney, right?
Yeah.
Basically,
My wife sent me something today. She sends me a lot of reels about Disney lately. I don't know why.
what you going in like a month?
That's probably why.
Yeah.
2 months. Always going to Disney. Always a prince, never a princess. You know what they say. I don't know how that even makes sense. But she sent me this today and said, hey, if you could stay on one ride for 24 hours for $1 million, what ride would it be?
This ride right here. Sorry. I had to say that.
There's a lot of factors that go into this.
There are. I thought through this for a while. I got one, but
Got to be one that's not too intense.
Mhm.
Definitely not It's a Small World. Pirates of the Caribbean.
okay. Pirates. Dark ride. You can fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's good.
Not too much going on.
Yeah.
It's chill.
It's cold.
Isn't there one little drop?
There is a drop.
Just one?
in the middle of the night.
just enough to wake you up. But you go right back to sleep.
Yeah.
It's dark. It's cold. Perfect sleeping conditions. You got to pee. You just pee in the water.
Oh, yikes.
I mean, it's 24 hours, bro. I got to go to the bathroom. I don't know what you want me to do.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with.
You got something?
Sling me on I'm thinking a carousel.
The carousel?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go all day,
Just like
all day long?
constantly.
Yeah.
I guess you could just
They
stay
have
in
the
there.
You could
ones
just lay in the handicap one.
Yeah, they have the ones that you can sit down
It's
in.
like a bench.
Yeah, but you got to listen to that carousel music for 24 hours straight.
It's better.
That's what I'm thinking.
No lyrics though.
I don't know that makes it better.
You're going to be humming stuff by the end of it.
Yeah.
Be
I can at
tortured.
least take a nap on that. Can't do any spinny rides.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean,
I got one.
Pirates is in a, you
Trust
just
me.
lay out in the boat.
Yeah.
I like my pick. I think it's a pretty solid pick.
Do they have a swing ride? Like the
No.
little swings that just go
You
round
trying to
and
be
round?
like a giant baby? Just
You ready? You want mine?
Yeah.
The people mover.
Yeah.
Trust me. Here's why. It's kind of similar to Pirates, right? But it just keeps moving around the park. There's different things to look at. You can just people watch the whole time. And if it's after hours and it's dark, you just lay down. It's like a big cart.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a little hot. That's the only problem. That was my one drawback.
Yeah.
But you look at different things the whole time and you're not stuck on one ride. You just people watch.
Are you buckled in?
No.
No?
You don't have to be. I don't know if there's a buckle on. I don't think there is. The thing goes
So-
2 miles an hour.
That was kind of why. But you could just jump out. I don't know.
You could jump out if you wanted, I guess.
That was one of my reasons for picking Pirates is you're not buckled in. You got you're free to move.
Living with the land, similar to Pirates. Very
Yeah.
quiet.
Hmm.
No drops.
Yeah, not a bad choice.
Mhm.
You like the people mover. It's a good one.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I can't think. I'm trying to think of all the rides that I wouldn't
Yeah,
get absolutely destroyed, like my back or my
maybe like one of
have
the
a migraine by hour 5.
maybe like one of the safaris could be cool. You get to see the animals for a day.
Yeah. At night, you're the lines are like "Rah," coming at you.
It just depends on the weather in that one.
Yeah. Also, that one the whole time's like you're like banging around.
What's the
Just put me on the Avatar one. Strap me in.
Oh, that's a cool one. The boat one.
Yeah.
The twinkly lights.
what's
one.
the
That could be
other
cool.
one? The other boat one that you can do where it's like
Cali River Rapids.
yeah.
You trying to ride that for 24 hours?
Maybe, man, I don't know. I
Giannis.
guess it does go a little.
That might be a wild one.
Yeah.
You could get wet.
I feel like you do want a little
Goes down.
you do want a little entertainment though.
Yeah. True. Give me some food and some drinks and let me sit in a people mover and I will people watch and I'll just pee off the side. They'll kick me out.
That's
of
the
the
other
park,
thing.
probably.
Are you allowed to what's bathroom privileges?
I don't know.
It's
See,
like-
I don't make the rules.
When
I
it
don't
comes to
know.
that, I think I picked a pretty solid choice there.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's just me on there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it gets a little awkward, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So-
You all right?
No. No.
Dying over there.
Tired all of a sudden.
That was a big one.
It's
Oops.
been very low energy tonight. I don't know.
I think we were just mellow, but the topics have been solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mellow.
How?
vibes.
I'm trying to think how to phrase it. Since we're kind of just talking about random stuff, I almost wanted to bring it up the other week, but it's gone further now with the kind of oversized woman that is suing for the driver
Yeah.
not picking her up.
Well.
I mean, are we all on the same page here? that we're with the
shocked
driver.
to find out she was a rapper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Is it all a play? She's a rapper, but she even went on the Breakfast Club and she couldn't fit in the chair, so she asked for a bigger chair. They brought her like this, basically, the
chair.
couch.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Saw that.
And then she's showing videos of like her being able to get in a car, but it's an SUV. It's not the car. And I'm like,
Listen, first off, this is my car, and I have the right to tell you I can't pick you up no matter what.
yeah, you're a ride share. What is there policies?
I did it for a night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that that's in the policies or whatever, but you can review your drivers, and the drivers can review the passengers. If I tell you no, then you can leave a bad review, and that's it. But if I don't want to pick you up, I can say no and cancel the ride, and for whatever reason I want. He sat there and talked to her for longer than I would have. I'd have been like, peace out, and left.
Mm-hmm.
I have the right to be like, no.
And he apologized to her too.
Yeah, he handled it way nicer than. I mean, I'd have tried to be nice about it, but once you start trying to accuse people of stuff,
Yeah. After a while, I was like, "Bitch, you big.
like,
My car is small.
What makes you think I can't fit in the car?
Yeah.
You tell me. Like, come on.
I just got my suspension changed. You know, my alignment's good.
Yeah. I know you big, but are your eyes bad too? How deep do we need to go? What kind of car did he have?
It was like a.
It was like a Corolla or something like that.
No.
Yeah.
No, I've seen her.
Yeah.
Shout out to the big girl. Big girls deserve love too, but you know, that ain't happening. Things are just
it's similar to the getting on the airplane. Why do I need to buy 2 seats thing? You know why you need to buy 2 seats.
because you're taking up 2 seats.
Listen, we don't.
Sorry.
We're trying to avoid saying the quiet part out loud here. But if you keep asking why we do these things, we're gonna have to say the quiet part out loud. I mean, we don't want to be rude.
Listen, truths is truths.
Yeah.
Right?
Go walk to the studio and make a song. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Like Lizzo said, truth hurts. She's another big woman that's not so big no more. That she hating on big women now.
Why women great till they gotta be great? You know.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Self love. No mas.
No mas.
I don't know, man.
Ding. I don't know why I always think of Taco Bell when I hear mas. Any
Yo
type
quiero
of mas.
Taco Bell.
Live mas.
The little chihuahua.
Yeah.
Like a marketing scheme. And that just went away.
Yeah.
Didn't he die?
Did he?
Well, they could. He's a Chihuahua.
Yeah.
They could have found another one. Like,
Just like the Cane's dog, you know, it's just like.
Hmm.
A lot of death in this episode. I don't like it.
Are you afraid of death?
No, absolutely not.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, dude, oddly enough, I did like, I'm alone at work at night, and sometimes I just start,
You think?
brain just
think
starts
about death.
scrambling, you know, or those long drives across the causeway at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Your brain just starts wandering.
Yeah.
And I do have those thoughts sometimes. Not that I'm afraid of death. We've had this conversation.
It's gonna happen.
But I've also, this is going to sound terrible, I've accepted and fully believe that I am not going to be on this earth for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a belief I have. But I also live my life by if I expect the worst, I can only be, what's the word I'm looking for here? I can only, if you expect the worst, you can only.
You're Zendaya. If you expect disappointment, you can never be disappointed.
Right. So if I don't expect to be on earth for a long time, and then I end up living a long, healthy life,
Hell yeah, bro.
hell yeah.
It's a Spider-Man 3 reference, by the way, in case anybody's wondering.
I fully believe, and hopefully like my mom and my grandma and stuff don't listen to this because it'll probably make them sad. I think I got like a solid 58 years in me. Like, for some reason, it's a number that goes on in my head.
Feels like a good number.
So most people would probably say it's a little young.
Yeah.
But no, we had a guy at work, not somebody I really knew, but like he passed away at like 54 the other day from a heart attack. And it made me start thinking about it because I was at work when I found out. I was like, you know what? I don't think it's just a belief I have. It's not like I don't treat my body like shit or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, I don't know. I just have a gut feeling, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not afraid of it because I've kind of accepted it already. Kind of like what we've talked about. I want to make sure the things around me are in place and taken care of.
Of course. And that is why we are sponsored by something life insurance. Get your free quote today.
Better health. If you need someone to talk to. I mean, realistically, do you guys have an age that you're like, if I make it to this, I'm good? Or do you want to be like, I want to live as long as possible?
We talked about it. He's alluded to it a few times. For me, it's just I want to live long enough for my kids to be okay. I don't like. I feel like if I were to die tomorrow, right? I got kids. I got young kids. I wouldn't want. I didn't have to go through life without my parents, and I can remember as a child. I don't know why I was always so worried about my dad dying. He's still alive. Shout out, love you, pops. I was always so worried about him dying, and I think that for me, I fear that my child thinks that way, and if I were to die, they would not know what to do with themselves, and I don't want them to go through that. So, just they got to be grown. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't know what age that is. I used to tell people when I was younger. I think I was like 21. I told people I wasn't living past 27. I don't know why I would say that. I legitimately kind of believed that. I just would say it. I'd be like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just not going to live past 27. 9 years later, well, more than 9 than that, but 9 years past that. Fun fact, not fun. I almost died at 27.
Whoa.
Dead serious. Slammed into a wall. Wasn't good. There you go.
I've had a few near-death experiences. Aaron knows. I almost got run over by a train one time.
Oh, boy.
We were at a parade at Slidell, and I turned to go. We parked across the train track, and somebody was having a conversation with me, and I turned to just go walk, and
A little Amtrak flying by, one of those thingamajigs.
Yeah. Feel like in the middle of a parade where you stand right by the train tracks, we should probably halt trains at that point.
No trains during these hours.
Yeah, like too much foot traffic right there. Not the best idea. There's been a couple times.
How old do you expect to ever want to live?
I don't know. I think if I get past like anywhere past the 70s, I feel like at that point I've had
pretty good
life. Like I don't want to be.
That's probably average, right? That's average. Got to be 70s.
I don't want to be.
It's getting lower.
It is.
I don't know. Like if I'm a healthy, there's healthy people in their 90s, and then there's not healthy people in their 90s. Like if I'm like
if you could be Papa Bud, 95.
Who the hell is Papa Bud?
That's my great grandpa who's still outside gardening and doing all this other shit at 95 years old.
Do you guys know William Shatner's in his 90s?
I didn't.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
And he's like, I mean, if I could be William Shatner in my 90s, like, sign me up. But if I'm like, and you're like, you're just being, I don't want to say a pest, but you're just an inconvenience to people. I don't want to be an inconvenience to people. It's like, they had I think it was Tom Segura had a little thing. He's like, he wants to get that old to be unhelpful. He's like, let me take out the trash. I'm like, no, sit your ass down. Stop. And you're just like, okay, I guess I'll go sit down. It's like, I don't want to be to that point where I'm just an inconvenience to everybody.
Yeah.
I think for me, it depends more on how I go. Like, I'd rather go quickly at 58 than like a slow, miserable death at 85.
That's
you know
always
what I mean? Like, I don't want to live from 80 to 85 like struggling with life.
Yeah.
That's not fun for me or anybody else around me.
That's the thing of like just being an inconvenience. It's like, that's what's so funny. It's like, you see these videos of these old people and they're just like, take me out of my misery. It's like, they just get to that point where they're like, this is just horrible. Just.
Sorry, Nana, you got to suffer.
Yeah.
Because we need you to be miserable.
I need to get on the wheel, damn it.
People are so afraid to let go of their loved ones sometimes that they'll actually keep them around living miserably when they could have passed.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
You going to be one of those people that refuse to go to retirement home if your kids try to make you? I ain't going to no retirement home.
Who's paying for it? That's my question. I don't know. Are they paying for it? What type of retirement home is it? And how bad a shape am I in? If I'm a young, good, like lively 70-year-old and I'm put in a retirement home with a bunch of other lively 70-year-olds, listen, this is vacation. Okay.
Yeah.
We playing cards at night. We're hanging out drinking, I don't know, scotch and what do old people do? I don't know.
Not shuffleboard.
Not dusty biscuits.
Old people.
Yeah, old dusty biscuits.
Actually, old people might be doing some dusty biscuits, being honest.
It's like the Happy Gilmore type retirement home where you're just getting bullied the whole time.
Yeah, I don't want that. You will go to sleep or I will put you to sleep. My fingers.
You're not a nice man.
Your back's going to hurt now, Grandma. Sorry. I don't know why I know so much Happy Gilmore.
Well, I'm getting ready to learn some more. The new one's coming out, I think, this year.
We'll see. I mean, I know it's coming out, but I'm not questioning whether or not the movie's coming out. I just don't know if I care.
Big Shooter McGavin guy.
Shooter. I love quotable movies. I have not liked movies lately in general, though. I just don't care. I don't care to watch movies.
Yeah. Is it just movies in general or like movies at the movie theater?
I mean, I like movies at the movie theater. I've liked some of the like Spider-Man 3 I just talked about. That's not recent. That was a couple of years ago. But I've liked some stuff like that. But I just don't care. I don't get excited anymore. I'm just like, whatever.
No memorable movies for you lately?
I don't even watch them, so I couldn't even tell you.
New Avengers comes out next year.
I'm not even as into
Doctor
that.
Doom.
By the time we had the first Avengers movie,
Mm-hmm.
we had all these other ones that were a hell of a lot more interesting. We've talked about that before. It's way too hard to keep up with all this shit anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they should have waited longer
Marvel
before we went
burnout.
into the next phase. Maybe it was just like we got the payoff, but it was a lot of movies at once
Yeah.
or in like a 10-year span. Maybe we should have just let it simmer for a few years before we dove straight into.
Or not. Maybe that's the problem. They waited just long enough to where now it's like
Maybe.
interest died a little,
Mhm.
and then they started a new storyline. So it's like, do I care as much? I don't know.
I'll watch it.
Mhm.
But like, am I going to go to the theater like I did for the other ones? Probably not.
I was excited about the Falcon movie. Right? Falcon? Yeah,
Yeah.
Falcon.
I've heard
The
that's
new
not that
Captain
great.
America.
Anthony Mackie.
I've heard mixed bag, but I like the series, so I was like, oh, I'll check out the movie. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen it though, so
We'll
that
see.
should tell you.
Yeah. I mean, I'll watch it all. I'll watch it all eventually. Like I said, I've been more of a fan of the Disney shows, like the Disney Plus shows,
Yeah.
than the movies lately. So we'll see. I'll watch them.
Loki has been my favorite, but that's a Disney Plus show.
Yeah. Loki's been great. The Agatha one was good. All of them have
One
been good.
Division.
Was it gory? Was it campy?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's on Disney Plus. It can't really be.
No, it's good.
I heard it was like a horror show though, right? Isn't it? No?
I mean, maybe. I don't know what I would. I honestly, I don't know what you would.
Was she evil?
No. Like,
What?
I really don't. Yes and no.
Alright.
I don't know how to explain. I really don't know how to explain
I'll
it.
just watch it. It's okay.
Because they're like they're flashbacks, or sometimes she is, sometimes she's not.
Mhm.
You just gotta watch it.
It's her origin story.
Yeah, kind of.
Her origin
in a way.
story.
Yeah.
I don't know why I called
Yeah,
it
yeah,
horror.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Her horror story.
Are you the same way with TV shows these days, or are you just?
Yes, and I don't know if it's just me. If I'm just like I don't like stuff anymore. Am I just a miserable old man?
Maybe.
Say,
I-
what is your appeal like to TV shows? Just you look
Even-
for something funny, something serious, something drama.
I think I like
suspenseful?
serious and drama, but I like funny too. I don't know. It just depends. Like I watched The Penguin, which everybody loved. You guys loved, and I liked it. I didn't love it. Everybody loved it, and I was like, yeah, like this is good, but like
I loved it.
it was all right. Like y'all were the actress are like, oh, she deserves to win this award, that award. I was like, oh, I guess she's okay.
She did.
I know. So
She did deserve.
the
Yes.
the like actress.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
the
even. Did
support
she end
top
up winning? I don't
actress
know if
was-
she won.
No, I don't think it was support. Was it supporting actress?
I don't know what she won. I'm just saying
Oh.
she should have. Whether she did or not, I have
I
no
think
idea.
She won something. I don't know what it was.
But like Severance, like
I haven't even seen it.
it's one that's. I got him to watch it.
Yeah, I heard it's good. I just haven't turned it on.
Yeah, it's really good. There's a bunch of good shows. I miss the communal aspect of shows though.
Mhm.
That's what used to get me. Like that was what made Game of Thrones so good.
My last favorite show. I remembered it. Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It was
Possibly coming back
a
for
little
next season.
deep,
it is coming back.
a little not deep, a little fun. You know, it was good.
I don't know. I think for me, it's like I feel like there's not a lot of. I mean, if there is, maybe I'm just not seeing it. But like 20, 30-minute good TV shows.
Mhm.
It's like so. It's hard to really. Someone's like, you should watch this, and I'm like, all right, it's got 40 episodes, and then they're hour 15 a piece. I'm like, I don't got time.
Yeah.
You know,
So it's tough to get into it because you're like, I don't see the appeal in this. I'm sure if I start watching it, I'll get into it like I kind of did with Severance and stuff. But even Severance had like 35, 45-minute episodes. And I'm like, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
You can binge watch it a little more versus these hour 15 episode shows. It's like,
I think there's a lot of really good those type of shows these days. Like the 45-minute to an hour shows. I think there's a lot of really good ones.
Mhm.
But what I feel like we're missing is the shows that you can just throw on in the background.
Mm.
Like The Office or Parks and Rec or How I Met Your Mother. Like the new, like I feel like they keep trying with all these sitcoms and none of them hit like that. Like the popular one now that is just popular from like cable TV is the Big Bang Theory spinoff, the Georgie and Mandy's first marriage or whatever.
You gotta watch Abbott Elementary.
Okay, that's another one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
But like that one got renewed for another season like super quick because of how popular it was. But I mean that's mostly because it's a The Big Bang is one of the most popular shows in
Yeah.
history. Like those, even that, like there's all these. I don't know. There's not like a weekly show. A lot of weekly shows like that. I feel like they keep
just
trying.
a sitcom, a good old fashioned sitcom.
Yeah,
that's what we need.
That's what we're missing. Something that I can just
Yeah.
throw on in the background and be like, hey, we got 20. It's a 20-minute episode because you got your commercials. You
Yeah.
just throw it on, quick watch for 20 minutes.
Friends.
No,
Our favorite show on this podcast, Seinfeld.
it's our favorite show.
It's not,
Oh.
but it was a joke because it got really far from
Yeah.
what you guys
I-
both thought
Oh,
it
it
would
did.
I think we'd be
Didn't
surprised.
it win?
bracket.
It might have.
I think it won.
I think it did win. I was gonna say I think we'd be surprised how many people do think Seinfeld is like the GOAT show.
Yeah.
I do like Seinfeld. I don't think it's the greatest show of all time, but it is like a top show because it's very dry humor, which I love. But
I'm
it,
trying-
again,
yeah.
it's 20, 25-minute episodes.
And
you
that
can rapid
might-
fire them.
That could help it, like propel it to be a better show. Is like people are just like, I don't have time for
Mhm.
the Game of Thrones type of shows or The Wire or all these ones that are obviously great. But like The Office is my favorite because of how easy it is to watch.
Mhm.
I can rewatch The Office 10 times, miss 40% of the episodes because it's just background noise. I'm not really watching it,
Yeah.
but still enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think something about Seinfeld too is it kind of holds. Like it's still, it feels still relevant. I mean, there's definitely there's old stuff going on,
Yeah.
but it's, you know, it still feels relevant. It's just like situations amongst friends most of the time,
Mm.
which is cool.
And you just don't feel left out, like you said. If you miss a few episodes, you can just watch a random episode in season 3, and it just has its own
doesn't
complete
matter.
story.
Yeah. It doesn't matter at all.
There's also just there's no like real new ideas. You know what I mean? Like,
We lack creativity.
yeah. Well, also like TV has been around forever, man. Like we're at some point, it's gonna be tough to just come up with something completely new,
Yeah.
right? Like that's why when people get mad at remakes, I'm like, maybe we just try to remake. Like
Maybe.
if this show was a hit, maybe we try a spin-off of it. Like I would rather you do that and it just not be good,
Yeah.
but we give it a shot and maybe it is good.
I'd almost rather, instead of it being a direct spinoff or a direct remake, just take the inspiration from that other show. It doesn't have to be like Parks and Rec or something from Parks and Rec or something from, you know what I mean? Like,
I wonder if that's a thing like Parks and Rec, The Office, one of the other ones, like all have the same writers.
yeah.
So like it's the same theory. Like it's the same style of show.
Mhm.
And that's why they were all good. Like Superstore is another one. It's the same people.
Yeah. It's
So,
like,
like-
hey, what's a job and how do we make it funny?
Yeah. So it's like all of that, and they've tried that a couple times,
Yeah.
but
That's what Abbott Elementary kind of is. It's like just that type of show where it's like, hey, this is an elementary school and it's kind of funny. It's quirky. Here's situations that pop up.
you see
like-
it with like the Chicago shows. Like my
Mhm.
wife loves those. They're just like, hey, we'll just keep making spin-offs of all these different things, and
Chicago
they're
Fire,
like-
Chicago PD.
they're
Chicago-
all solid. Like they're all solid shows.
Yeah.
They did it like the CW did it with all like Arrow and Flash, and
Mhm.
they were like, "Whoa, we can do Supergirl. Like we'll just keep doing this."
Yeah. Why not? And at that point, with the superhero shows, you can just keep rehashing them.
Yeah,
Like, oh, this was 20 years ago. Let's do it again.
exactly.
Everybody forgot. It's the CW.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's work for the Batman movies.
CW, the home of Supergirl and NXT. Crazy.
Right.
But also, there gets to a point where we need to just kill the show, like All American. I've stopped watching that a long time ago. It seems
Yeah.
like we need to get.
I forgot that was still going.
I watched that. I was like, he's a coach now. What the hell is happening?
Yeah. I think I stopped in season 2.
Yeah, I
Like,
think so too.
like, it was going into season 2.
It was
I like,
good. It was really good for like 2 seasons, and then I was like, I get it. Like he struggles, but he's really good.
Yeah.
But also, it throws me off when they're so unathletic somehow in the scenes. I'm like, we got to do better than this. Like, can we do a different sport? Like, can we do basketball? I don't know.
I think if they look unathletic in football, they're not going to look athletic in basketball either, if we're being honest.
But the sad thing is, I think like some of those people are actually athletic, but when you have to make it for like a script, I
Yeah.
feel like it almost like there's no way to look good when it has to look a certain way.
What's like from us? It's like if someone to say right now, throw a football, and it's like from here to the wall. You really can't throw it without damaging the wall. So you have to like
Yeah.
kind of halfway throw it.
I'm throwing that bitch at the wall. You better put something on the wall.
I'm gonna throw a football over these mountains.
You better put something. You're not gonna have me looking like a little.
Yeah. Here, coach.
Yeah, see, maybe you said I'm gonna throw a football over the mountains. Maybe we should start doing things like that, where we take iconic movies and we make a new show out of it.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, like we make a Napoleon Dynamite show.
Yeah.
That's something everybody's gonna watch.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're gonna try it.
Everybody's a strong word.
Everybody like our age that love Napoleon Dynamite is gonna give it a shot and see if it's as good.
Yeah.
Like, let's do that. Let's turn the movies into shows. And see what
Yeah.
happens. And it doesn't even have like, what was his uncle's name?
Rico?
Rico. Yeah, like you could just do an Uncle Rico show. You telling me you're not gonna watch an Uncle Rico show?
Depends. I would love to see an Uncle Rico backstory. I want to see him
That's-
playing quarterback in high school.
That's what I'm saying. If
or
you get like
college or whatever.
you get like a little series of it, hell yeah, we'll watch it.
Mhm.
That's because they're not giving you an hour-long episode of Uncle Rico. You know what I mean? You're gonna get 22 minutes of Uncle Rico every week, and you're gonna love it.
You know what I liked? This is the most random thing ever. There was a sitcom called The Big Show, and it featured The Big Show.
Yeah.
And it was him and his family, and it was amazing. He was just a dad who was a wrestler, and it was like they were put on these quirky situations, and like he just happened to be a wrestler. It wasn't really about him being a wrestler.
Yeah.
It was more about the family.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Good Luck Chuck or Charlie or whatever on Disney, but the dad was a wrestler, and I
Yeah.
was like, this is good. Give me more of this.
I used to like Reba. My mom used to like watch Reba. I'd be
I feel
this
like-
is
Love
Yeah.
Reba.
this is not a show that I hate watching. Like The Nanny. Like my mom used to. There you go.
A simple man with a heart of a fighter.
What are you, Aaron?
I'm a survivor.
You goddamn right you are.
It's good. It's good.
I used to love King of Queens.
That's
King of the Hill, but-
Oh shit!
Same king, wrong show.
Is
Also
it
a
the
great
same
show.
king? Are you sure? Is it the same king? I've only had one sip of that beer, by the way. Maybe
Yeah.
two.
A good old Kevin James, man. Just a life of a postal.
A UPS driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the show now.
Yeah.
I just butchered it, but
What's like the most?
I was singing. I was like, dun, dun, I was like, wait, what?
you're like, that's not it.
What's another like super generic job you
That's
think
what it
could
is.
turn into
My
like?
eyes are getting weary.
There it is.
My back is getting tired. I'm sitting here in traffic on a Queensboro tonight.
There you go.
Oh, that was,
What show's got the best theme song?
that was good.
It's tough. Actually, I think I had that on a list that I was like, it was something I was going to bring up. The first one that comes to mind to me is DuckTales, and that's just because, come on.
Do you need lyrics to be an all-time great show or an all-time great theme? Because I think The Office is up there.
I don't think you need lyrics.
I think we talked about Game of Thrones has no lyrics whatsoever, and it's
Yeah.
one of the most like recognizable.
It's iconic for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Would not be my favorite, but it is definitely iconic.
Yeah. I think the best ones probably have some lyrics to them.
Mhm.
But also, it's like some of those like are real songs.
That's true.
What is Full House's intro? I'm blanking. We talked about
That was a-
remakes. I talked about Fuller House.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
No, that's a good one. Yeah. What?
Like I don't like the show, but Friends.
It's alright, cause I'm saved by the. It's
There you go.
alright, cause I'm saved by the bell.
I don't like
When I'm-
Friends, but the theme song.
Yeah.
It's
I'll
good.
be there for you.
SpongeBob.
Yeah,
Yeah,
SpongeBob's
SpongeBob's
classic.
good. We sang that whole song.
Yeah.
I wish we had our phone. See, like this is where I wish I had my phone because I'm gonna start connect. I want to start connecting Bluetooth and like just playing stuff that we're thinking of. But
Yeah. Or you could just sing it. I kind of like that better, to be honest.
yeah, that's good
It's more
too.
fun.
I had
Uh,
another song topic, but I don't want to blow through these. Kind of want to save it.
I was a fan of Cat Dog.
Can't do.
Cat dog, cat
Ooh.
diggity dog.
My like every time somebody wants like a
Cat dog.
I was
Sorry.
I was clearing the I was giving you the ball. I was ISOing y'all.
Speaking of ball, no, just kidding. He
Do
had his old
3
foot
jab
taken
steps.
off.
Yikes.
Oh Jesus, I forgot about that.
My
Yeah,
like
I bet this-
underrated child cartoon show is always Rocket Power.
Yeah,
Rocket Power slapped. Also, so did Powerpuff Girls.
That's a good song. That's a good intro that doesn't have any lyrics. I don't know what's happening on my mic. It's just
It went limp.
Rocket Power has lyrics. They just like shout them though. It's like words.
Rocket Power.
They just say stuff. It's not like lyrics.
no. Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, I think it's. Oh, it is that one. What did you do? What did you do?
You worked it too hard.
All right, I think
Worked it too hard, and now it went limp.
What is happening here?
Sorry.
Anyway.
I don't know. Okay. Great theme song. I don't know. I can't think of a lot of like cartoons. I feel like are up in the running. Rugrats. Did now that I'm thinking about it, like how many cartoons did have lyrics in the intro? So
Rugrats is one of the most iconic things simply because of the orange cassette tapes.
Mm.
Wasn't it just one movie?
The Paris
one movie. Yeah, Rugrats in Paris.
Mm.
Well, I think there was a couple different. Like I think you could get random little Rugrat movies, but yeah, there's the big movie, Rugrats in Paris.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones.
Chucky.
Angry Beavers.
Yeah,
Cow and Chicken.
I used to be
Mama was a wait, was it?
I don't know.
Mama was a chicken, Daddy was a cow.
Imaginary Friends.
I don't remember.
That was a good one. With Blue.
Mm.
That was a good one. Jimmy Neutron. I'm blanking on the.
Jimmy Neutron was a good one. Johnny Bravo.
I just remember the bark at the end, but I don't remember the rest of it.
Bark, failing me.
Ed and Eddie.
Robot dog.
Oh, Phineas and Ferb.
Another Ed and Eddie.
Yeah, underrated one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ed and Eddie didn't have lyrics.
Wasn't it? Didn't they just say Ed and Eddie
Yeah.
over and over again?
Ed and Eddie.
Yeah. Ed
Yeah.
and Eddie. It was like every time.
Yeah.
What random job do you think, or would you like to see made into a sitcom or a TV show? Trying to think, because so you got King of Queens,
Mhm.
UPS driver. Veep gives you the vice president one, which also incredibly good, like bingeable show.
Veep?
You never seen that?
No.
Amazing. Like it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just super dry comedy. I forget who the actress is. She's like super popular. But she just plays like the vice president that just always wants to be the president.
Yeah.
She hates the president. So she's just a complete asshole to everybody around. Like it's a great show on HBO if you've never seen it. It's super easy to watch.
I said for a long time that we needed to have a show based on the inner workings of a minor league box office or just like the minor league baseball team. But then they kind of did it with Brockmire. So it does,
Oh my God. But it's Brock Myers.
Great show.
Oh my God.
Great show.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I feel like in today's age, we need like a work from home sitcom. Do you think you could
It'd be
pull
kind
it?
of boring.
You think you could pull it off though?
Yeah, you could figure it out.
I think there'd be a funny way to do it. Like it would be exactly what you think. Like the people doing everything you think people do that work from home,
Mhm.
like except working. I feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
See what I'm trying to say? I feel like there's a fun way you could do that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to think of like current jobs that are newer.
Yeah.
My dumbass brain went to like a guy who owns an ice cream shop.
That fucking.
That's just where
TikTok.
my brain went. I don't know.
There you go.
Daily laugh of it. I feel like, well, it's not. It's a good one about just a coffee shop.
They're
Mm.
probably there's probably a solid.
Friends took place in a coffee shop,
gonna
but
say,
it wasn't really about the
We
coffee
need
shop.
a cured on Columbia.
We'll produce
There's
it.
some characters.
Yeah.
I love those people.
You could actually, the more I think about it, a coffee shop could be a good one. Like if you dive into it, like if you make the setting a stereotypical coffee shop,
Mhm.
like a hipster coffee shop, and you get all the content creators characters in there and stuff.
But you can make it too, like someone that comes in all the time, and then that character builds a relationship with one of the workers, and then you can have it like outside their coffee shop, and then back in their coffee shop.
I feel like we're giving away a lot of good ideas here.
Trademark. Copyright.
Is that how that works? You just say it?
It
does now.
Say something enough, it's got to be true.
I've been trying to teach my daughter that just because you're loud doesn't mean you're right. What are you doing to this thing?
I'm having to hold it up.
You keep unscrewing it. And
It needs
unscrewing
Viagra. This ad break is sponsored to you by.
Could be.
Bro, I feel like Jason.
I did nothing different.
We're in the for our audio on it, audience, Zach. Aaron's microphone is going limp and it won't stay up. Alex tells me he has this problem often.
Normally he just takes some medicine and he's
Yeah.
okay, but there's no medicine for the mic. I don't know, man.
Sponsored by Blue Chew.
That's what I was trying to find out.
You can't tell me. Listen,
That's
we
the
would
title,
be
by the way,
the
of
best ad readers on the planet Earth.
Tough active, 10
No
active.
one would give you your bang for your buck more than us.
Yeah.
Speaking of banging, no, just kidding.
Your mic's not doing any of it.
I know. I know. Having to hold it
I
in
feel like
place.
it's just getting worse.
Do you
I
have-
know. I'm holding it in place right now.
Do you have trouble keeping your mic up?
We're going to need to get a new stand.
Do we have a
What's the title of the
A
episode?
product for
Sponsored
you.
by Blue Chew?
Sponsored by Blue Chew.
yeah
Brought to you by Blue Chew, something like that. I don't know who it
Dusty
was.
Biscuit?
It could also be Dusty Biscuit. That's a good one.
Oh, man. This is the point where we just start rambling about bullshit.
We have rambled this entire podcast. It wasn't even almost.
Welcome to the pod. Yeah.
It's been a good one, though.
That's what
Yeah,
makes
so
it-
anyways,
that's what
so
makes
we
us
need to
us.
start the pod. How do you start a podcast?
I don't know.
We found a way.
We can find a way to end it, though.
All right.
We got Patty to listen to the last one because it was 35 minutes.
Mhm.
So,
If every podcast were 35 minutes, I would listen to every single one.
yeah, well.
I'm not listening to an hour and 20.
You split it up, bro.
If we split them all up, that was a solid pod. Last
the
one.
there's the beautiful thing about YouTube. You can pause and
No,
then just
it's
come
not
back.
the same. It's not the same.
Mm.
The optics are what matter. Optics matter. People pay attention to certain shit and then they listen.
Mm,
They're like, nah. And they just move on.
mm.
I'm about to move on.
That's fine.
And end it.
Let's go. It ended.
Watch out for asteroids.
Okay, now you done brought it up. How have we not talked about this asteroid that has gotten closer to us every day?
Because it's going to hit fucking Peru or something. I don't
We're gonna
care.
get to listen. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna get the Space Force. They're gonna go up there and they're gonna shoot the thing in a bunch of pieces.
Yeah.
Does that not just create more asteroids?
Well,
They're
by the
smaller.
time it hits the Earth,
We're-
the atmosphere burns it up.
We're all in agreement that
We've seen
we don't care as long as it hits like not by us, right?
what's the movie with Bruce Willis?
Like we'll be like, oh man, that's
Armageddon.
Yes, we've seen Armageddon. They go up there and they get the thing.
They nuke it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to was it Bruce who died?
I don't know. Probably. His daughter was like marrying the other guy, and he's like, "No, you go." Cause I miss you, babe, and I don't wanna miss a thing. Even when oh man. Yes. No. I don't know. I don't want it to it's not that big. First of all, it is big, but it's
To you.
size matters in this
You.
scenario.
size does matter in this scenario. I don't think it's big enough to cause damage to the entire planet, but it's a little scary.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Ideally, it just lands in the ocean, and
right.
maybe somebody gets hit with like a tsunami or a tidal wave, and like
It's gonna be like they're saying it's like the size of there's bigger than the biggest atomic bomb or something like that.
fuck them turtles.
Wow.
I like how they always picture like this is what it would look like if it hits New York. It's like why is it just it's
Why is
always,
it
New York.
Because they got the most people. They're like, how
Most
can we
buildings.
the most damage
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah.
Where can
How
we
can
put
we
this thing?
demonstrate this the best?
Funny thing is that's how terrorists think too. So
Whoa.
Well, you heard it here first, folks.
show me.
Asteroids or terrorists.
On this episode of Who F Knows, we're going to talk porn, death, Chris Benoit, terrorists, and asteroids.
And fat people.
Yeet.
And old people.
I mean, hey, if the shoe fits.
It didn't on the chick that tried to get in the test.
Her shoes didn't fit either. Jeez, what is she buying? Maybe it's a
I'm
problem with her
just kidding.
mental.
I don't know, man.
Oh, she might have a disorder. You know, we need to sit her down and have a conversation.
Think about her life choices.
Make sure we get a big chair.
Mm-hmm.
She ordering too much.
I mean, shit happens. You know, what can you do?
What can
Walk.
we do?
Exercise.
It's true.
Eat better.
I'm not going to fat shame. But ma'am, you're unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's end this.
I'm just saying.
And that was the Who F Knows podcast.
Thank you
Episode.
for listening.
114.
Was it 114?
Was 114.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Goodbye.
listening. Goodbye. Love you.
I meant to hit mustard.
Did his second song ever come out? I don't think so.
Shake that ass for me.
Can you please
Shake that ass for me.
I'm Batman.
Mustard!
Turn the podcast off. Turn the podcast off. Turn the podcast off. Turn the podcast off.
Bye. Love you. Kissies.